violence and destruction, power and corruption. Who's pissed off this time?
I was at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. on January 6th.
Demonstrators on the west side breached the fence.
We're being hit by sharp metal spears.
They're throwing bottles and rocks.
Declaring a riot.
Trump!
Hey, this is a riot.
Trump! I never expected.
Trump!
I thought we were gonna save America. Really? I thought I was one of the good guys.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Prepare to hold the line, lock shields, lock them together. Locked. Just keep your look in their eyes nice and steady. If they shoot at us, we'll shoot back, won't we?
Years.
How many guns you figure are out there?
Years. The Capitol cops are for decoration only. We'll freak them out. F you, police!
We're boots on the ground here.
Thousands of us.
We're moving on the Capitol.
Even if we have to take a bullet, we are going in that building to stop all those traitors from stealing the election. Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal!
This is unreal. We were heavily armored during the Black Lives Matter protest. We're also at that riot gear now.
This is not how I'm gonna die. And I'm going to make sure you guys survive this battle.
To the top of the Capitol steps. I've got a riot shield that I found on the ground, so I'll be all right. I want to be the first to get all the way to the top. Everyone, follow my lead. I'll try to make as far as I can.
I brought my Bowie knife. Let's hope someone brought a machine gun. Traitors! 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 Traitors!
Officer, please, hold on a minute.
I can't breathe.
Watch out, are you crazy? My hands are bloody from beating back this mob. Give me a break. I have asthma. Hold on a minute.
I'm gonna have to confiscate this weapon.
Hey, you can't take that. It's a Bowie. Pull him out of the line. Pull him out. Pull him out. Pull him out.
Let go of me. Officer needs assistance. Hey man, back off.
We got one.
Kill him on his knees.
With his own gun. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. We beat him with our fists and a metal spear, flying the American flag. We ripped off his radio and stripped him of his officer's badge. We shocked him with our tasers again and again and again. Kill him, kill him, kill him.
Give him a break. He's got kids. Officer needs assistance. Get him behind the line.
We need EMTs now.
The crowd is surging.
We're being outflanked.
We're losing the line.
We're being attacked from behind.
The crowd suddenly surged. I was pinned against a metal door frame. A guy grabbed my baton and bashed my face in. I could see he was foaming at the mouth. I screamed for help. He never uttered a word.
I believe a different kind of battle was fought by black officers. The crowd joined in screaming. I had never seen a uniformed officer call the N-word so loud before. It sounded hate-filled. I guess I found out the hard way, the way things really are.
There's a riot going on, and the Capitol Police can't stop it. They're coming after Congress. The National Guard hasn't been deployed. He's got to condemn this. Get him on TV as soon as possible. And tell the protesters to clear the Capitol. Oh, and Trump is after Pence.
The Capitol has been breached.
I remember sunlight shining through a set of double doors with glass.
The Capitol has been breached.
The Capitol has been breached.
Tear gas lingering like mist in the air.
The Capitol has been breached. Then an incredibly violent crowd, white men, middle class, middle age, came pouring through the double doors. One carrying a Confederate flag.
We're in. We're here. We're the tip of the spear. Trump is the one we wanted to win. Tell that bitch Pelosi we're here and we're in. Oh yeah, and Mike Pence, we're coming for you too, traitor.
Traitors get the guillotine.
Traitors get the guillotine.
Traitors get the guillotine.
Forget the guillotine. We set up the gallows outside. It's about time we started using it. Hang Pence, hang Pence. We're here to hang Mike Pence. Hang Pence, hang Pence. We're here to hang Mike Pence.
Stay where you are.
Hey, man, you're standing up for the criminals. President Trump wants us to stop the steal. Nobody voted for Joe Biden.
I voted for Joe Biden. Am I nobody or am I your brother?
I am not your brother.
Hang on, are you an immigrant? Because if you are, you're not even a real American.
We the people.
We're all immigrants and we're all real Americans, my brother.
We're going to storm the Senate chamber. We'll go right through you if we have to. We're in, we're here, we're the tip of the spear. Trump is the one we wanted to win. Tell that bitch Pelosi we're here, we're in.
Stop. This is the United States Senate chamber.
All the senators are gone.
Yeah, they left before you even got here.
Why would they go and do that?
There's got to be something in here we can use against these guys.
What? Don't touch anything.
Yeah, when you breached the Congress, you're respectable.
Oh, well. Okay, then. With all that's happened, come together, patriots. Let us pray.
Thank you, omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent God, for the inspiration to storm the steps, break open the doors, and rid this chamber of the tyrants, communists, and globalists who usually reside here. This is our America, not theirs, and we will not be tread upon. The United States of America is reborn. In God's name, amen.
I realize now that the Capitol riot was a total setup. I wish I had known. I wouldn't have gone. I'm going to plead not guilty because I've done absolutely nothing wrong.
Why do these things happen?
What do you mean? How was I supposed to prevent it? Do you think I'm just a stupid piece of shit who let this happen?
I'm sorry, man. I mean, it wasn't your fault.
Don't be sorry. I just worry some guys might think I didn't put up much of a fight. You know, if I didn't speak Spanish, I'd have made lieutenant by now. It's always something. But then, did everyone put up a fight? Against their white brothers? I quit.
Frankly, I guess I found out the way things really are in America. My question is, where's the good in our country? And how do we find the goodness in ourselves?
Every red-blooded American, mobilize! Storm your state capitals. Take down every one of those corrupt mothers.
Wait a minute, everyone. Can we pause for a minute, please? I still believe the American flag represents democracy. You know, we the people.
And we, the people, will be heard. Relax. We just need 30,000 guns next time. Next time! Next time! Next time!
Next time.
Next time.
Next time!
Next time.
We'll come out of this stronger.
Next time.
Next
People
time.
will
Next
calm
time.
down. Next time.
Next time.
They'll
Next
say,
time.
Next
I don't want to be a
Next
part
time.
of that
Next time.
violence.
Next time.
We're better than that.
Next time.
Next time.
President
Next time.
Biden will help
Next
it.
time.
Next time.
I mean, how angry can people get at Joe Biden? Right?
Rage for preservation of deluded fantasies, loss from benefiting from inequalities, a lack of understanding and truly knowing love, and twisting minds and claiming that you're sent by God above. Violence and destruction, power and corruption. Who's pissed off this time?
Shiran Oates.
The officer fired once. Holy shit, I shot him.
Stephon Clark.
He takes off.
Sandra
He
Bland.
crashes into another vehicle.
Trayvon Martin.
Dante Wright is pronounced dead at the scene.
John Crawford.
Mike Brown.
Dante Wright did nothing get
Jordan
pulled over,
Davis.
except he's
Breonna
black in
Taylor.
America.
George Floyd.
When will it end? The pain and sorrow. When will it end? The fear of no tomorrow. When will it?
The focus of this play is the police killing of Dante Wright by a Brooklyn Center police officer on April 11, 2021, and the protests that followed. Our community is still struggling for the words to express the whirlwind of thoughts and emotions, all the while waiting for the verdict in Derek Chauvin's trial for the murder of George Floyd.
We need volunteers to help with cats. Feed, provide water, clean litter boxes, and play with cats. Meow Manor is a non-profit feline rescue.
Tornado sirens, be alert and stay aware. Make a plan with your family. Where to go and
Hey, that's my line. Where to go in your house in the event of a tornado?
typically a basement room with no windows.
I've been holding it off for a while, but I really want to put a sign in my yard that says Black Lives Matter.
Hey, that's great.
Better late than never, I suppose.
I have t-shirts that say that.
Black Lives Matter?
No, better late than never.
Has a coyote ever followed you when you walking your dog in the park? Perhaps you thought the coyote was going to attack you, but don't be afraid. Coyotes often engage in a behavior called escorting. When they see you and your dog as a threat to their young, they're just simply nudging you along in a different direction. No need to call the police or, my God, shoot the coyote. Just act from the standpoint of mutual respect.
It seems almost every day a car is broken into around here.
That's why defunding the police is a crazy idea. You get increasing crime rates and
decreasing property values. We need to keep our neighborhood watch effort going.
People pass him on the street corner every Sunday morning, sitting in my reclining chair, wearing his Jesus Loves You sign. My grandfather's mission in life is to wave at everyone who passes him by and say, "Praise God." Most people wave back or honk their horns. Some insist on giving him money, but he tells them, "Give it to God." Some people say he's crazy. I know him well. Once, someone gave him a nice hot cup of coffee. "Man," he said, "serving the Lord is great, and there's so many friendly people around here."
Hey, did anyone see what happened on 63rd this afternoon? I saw a ton of emergency vehicles blocking the road.
It was a car crash, and it looks really serious.
Hope no one was hurt too badly. When I hear sirens, I pray everyone's okay.
Thanks for praying.
I just heard the cop shot somebody and killed him. It was a black man.
Oh, that's why the Care 11 helicopter is circling overhead.
At a TV news conference today, they said 20-year-old Dante Wright was killed by police during what began as a routine traffic stop. He was African American. The police chief claimed that the officer meant to fire her taser, not her gun. It was a mistake.
Yeah, right. Watch the police body cam footage.
Step out of the car!
I've watched it many times. He resists arrest.
Oh, mother, I'm getting out of here.
He fights off the cuffs.
Taser! Taser! Taser!
The woman officer fires once. He takes off in his car.
Holy shit, I shot him!
Then he crashes into another car.
He's dead at the scene.
He did nothing to get pulled over by the police except be
black in America.
It's the crime for which many of my brothers and sisters have been killed. Such a young man. It makes you sick. Please don't talk about the dream. When people are being judged by the content of their character rather than the color of their skin.
In today's America,
the color of your skin can get you killed.
We don't need to use swear words, but we do need to use question marks appropriately. Officer Kim Potter shot and killed a 20-year-old black man because she mistook her gun for a taser. 26 years of training and experience, and she still screwed up? The same mistake has been made by officers in other cities across the country. Now, is it human error? Or is it institutional racism? Or is it both?
What happened to Dante Wright makes me so angry. Minnesota has learned nothing in the past year. They killed him because he was black. And this time, how are we gonna react?
I'm not really sure how to react.
It is not okay to shoot and kill somebody over a traffic violation. Don't even try to argue with me about this.
I didn't know Dante Wright or why he ran, but he didn't have to die for it. Even guilty people don't deserve to be killed by cops because they are not
judge, jury, and executioner.
God knows we live in a world where people make mistakes. I know I'm not perfect. And yes, people suffer the consequences.
Or die, even.
All of us make mistakes.
Mistakes? For God's sake, that's a bunch of BS. Mixing up a gun and a taser sounds fucked up if you ask me. Cops carry their gun and their taser on opposite sides so mistakes like this don't happen. I think the police make far too many fucking mistakes around here.
Cops are just people like us with shitty jobs to do. Look, everyone knows that African Americans cause a large number of crimes in our city.
Please say, in my opinion, because you are not stating fact. Racism and white paranoia are alive and well in this city.
The fact is, African Americans are killed by police more than twice as much as white people. But they're just the 12% of the population. It's way out of proportion. And that is the tragic reality we all live in.
Not that simple.
I thought it was my taser! I thought his cell phone was a gun!
I thought he was getting smart with me.
Etc., etc., etc.
I get followed, pulled over. And every time a cop pulls me over, I might as well flip a coin. Heads, I comply. Tails, I don't. Neither one ensures I'll walk away alive.
An angry crowd gathers to protest in front of Brooklyn Center Police Station. We hope we don't have any violence like we had last summer. Green light. Red light. What will you do?
Stand up, fight back!
What will you do?
Stand up, fight back!
Green light. Red light. What will you do?
Stand up and fight!
What will we do?
Stand up and fight!
All cops are bastards.
E-I-E-I-O!
All cops are bastards.
E-I-E-I-O! E-I-E-I-O! E-I-E-I-O!
Green light.
It's a tragic situation we're living in. My parents told me to respect authority and do whatever I'm asked.
I have to explain to my children the dangers that they face simply because they're of mixed race. Don't even try to tell me there's no racism in the USA.
Red light.
Centuries ago, when people were oppressed, they went through many troubles to get out of that mess. Backed into a corner through struggles they had tried. Today things are still the same, but many more have died. When will it end? The pain and sorrow. When will it end? The fear of no tomorrow. When will it end? The death and suffering. When will it end? The winters without hope for spring. Guess who's fighting back each day to keep their status quo? Provoking more aggression, claiming they are not the foe. But the people keep on marching for a world where they are free. This has gone on for centuries, it's been but shall be. When will it end? The pain and sorrow. When will it end? The fear of no tomorrow. When will it end? The death and suffering. When will it end? The winters without hope for spring. When will it end? The pain and sorrow. When will it end? The fear of no tomorrow. When will it end? The death and suffering. When will it end? The winters without hope for spring. The people keep on marching for a world where they are free. This has gone on for centuries. It's been but what shall be.
Hi. Could I get a jump to charge my battery? Just so I can get my car started.
Oh, I don't think I can. I gotta get these pizzas to the kids.
I can give you $5 or $2.
Keep the money. I think I can do it for you, if we do it right now.
Great. Got my jumper cables right here.
I'll pop the hood open for you. So, the cop's boneheaded mistake caused quite a stir on Humboldt Avenue.
It cost Dante Wright his life.
You think she'll be charged for it?
Absolutely. I've seen the body cam footage. She'll be charged and convicted, that's for sure.
Yeah, but then again, the dead guy was no angel, you know. He had an outstanding warrant and fought off the police. That's downright criminal. I usually get one just for myself.
What if it had been your child? Or someone you love? I mean, we're trying to get justice for George Floyd and then this happens. We're literally experiencing trauma and we don't need this kind of back and forth.
I appreciate you giving me a new perspective to think about. I think the world would be a better place if there were more people like you in it. However, not to nitpick, but he did resist arrest.
There you go with the same old tired line. If only he had complied with police orders.
Oh, come on, man.
Dante Wright didn't deserve to get shot, period.
He resisted arrest and attempted to flee. I don't see what any good could come of it.
Oh, why couldn't the police have backed off? You ever heard of de-escalation? They should have let him go. They could have come back and arrested him later under safer circumstances.
Oh, that's an embarrassing suggestion. Look, don't tell me I'm suffering from white privilege when I say, no matter the color of your skin, kid, you don't provoke the police.
You don't get it. I mean, I've known since I was young that police kill black men, women, and children. They are a deadly force, roaming our streets like an invading army in squad cars. I mean, when you get pulled over, you've been profiled, you could be nervous, angry, or scared shitless. You'd feel the need to resist too. And then this happens. Thanks a lot. Oh, and thanks for the pizza.
Across the street from the Brooklyn Center police station, the dollar store had all its windows shattered and the insides demolished. The pizza place closed with its windows and doors all boarded up, and the plywood now exhibits a gallery of graffiti art.
Man, a little drizzle actually feels good out here. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of fresh air. Really clears the mind. Do I think, I mean, I feel like I stand for something. I don't know. I mean, when you think about how fast the year has gone by, yeah, it's almost halfway through already. And there's like hundreds of people here, all looking at me. They must think I'm crazy. I'm gonna see myself run over by tanks on everybody's Snapchat tomorrow morning. What if they announce the verdict right now? Justice for George, bro. I mean, come on, we gotta live already! I mean, how do you figure it? They say that cop made a mistake. Hey, if I kill somebody, I do it for a reason. Somebody said, burn the city down? Nah. We ain't burning down. Looting ain't my thing. That's not what I'm trying to be about. I mean, who would loot a GameStop? That's probably not worth it. They ain't even got PS5s.
Disgusting! Is there so much anger everywhere? Shame on you! We should be thanking God for this beautiful state that He's given us, not protesting and having destruction. I believe in positive ideals, and be nice.
Finally, a message of positivity and peace.
And that's all I have to say.
Damn, bro. Is that what you were saying? I want to abolish the police. A system made to oppress and control the black people of America.
Your comments are the epitome of ignorance. Blaming the police for everything is absolute garbage. We don't want you here. You blame the police and then burn down the city. I just can't stand blatantly ignorant people. You're not even worth my time. You're in league with the devil!
You win, sir. Your voice and opinion are the truth. Amen. Now just admit you're a racist and be done with it.
No, I pray for love. I'm
not a Christian. Just a disgusting, racist piece of shit. The fact that you demonize us, reveals just how hard your heart is.
We want everyone to know God's love. Everyone.
You're absurd. And even God can see that. Say his name!
Dante Wright!
Say his name!
Dante Wright!
Let's get out of here, Grandpa, before they start arresting people and you just get stuck in the middle of it.
Nah, not me. I'm not going anywhere. Not until I hear the sound of tank treads coming. But if they start arresting people, I'm gonna need to borrow that bail, bro.
Yeah, bro, I got you. I can bail you out with Bitcoin.
Dante Wright pulled over for expired tabs.
Philando Castile.
There was no weapon in the car.
Gotham Jean.
Step out of car.
Oscar Grant.
He resists.
Tatiana
He
Jefferson.
pulls away from the officers.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Re-entered his
Rashad
vehicle.
Brooks.
Taser.
Sharon Oates.
The officer
Corey
fires once.
Jones.
Holy shit, I shot him.
Stephon
He
Clark.
takes off.
Sandra
He
Bland.
crashes into another vehicle.
Trayvon Martin.
Dante
Tamir
Wright is
Rice.
pronounced dead at the scene.
John Crawford.
Mike Brown.
Dante Wright did nothing to get
Jordan
pulled over,
Davis.
except be
Breonna
black in
Taylor.
America.
George Floyd.
The list goes on and on and on.
It's getting too dangerous. The drugstore windows were broken last night. Let us please hold our cats, dogs, and each other tightly and stay safe.
When will it end? The pain and sorrow. When will it end? The fear of no tomorrow. When will it end? The death and suffering. When will it end? The winters without hope for spring. When will it end? The pain and sorrow. When will it end? The fear of no tomorrow. When will it end? The death and suffering. When will it end? The winters without hope for spring. People keep on marching for a world where they are free. This has gone on for centuries. It's been what shall be.
Hurricane force echoes, loud voices, flames, bricks.
The water is still.
Stillness.
Stillness and silence.
Open infinity. Between the edge and sparkle.
Something remarkable is twinkling. In my eyes,
In my eyes, in the silence,
thoughts waft.
trace music.
In stillness, voices echo.
I am angry. Does anyone give a fuck about corpses carried to mass graves by refrigerated trucks?
This is my neighborhood. I once lived in what I once thought was the most protected place on earth.
Will we realize the need for healing? Or do you expect no second thought? No memory, no effect? For all practical purposes, no loss?
How many people must die? How many people must cry? We all make mistakes. From them must everybody suffer? This cannot be. Someone took everything away from me.
I'm done.
Day by day,
I have to work at home.
hour by hour,
Measures had to be taken.
minute by minute,
Still, it's a bummer for the summer.
second by second,
I read every,
but not obsessively.
certainly not obsessively.
I am looking at the numbers.
God help us.
The American virus.
A pandemic.
A sad, humorless
Comedy of errors. While standing in the grocery store checkout line, someone pulled their cart in front of me. I explained I was keeping appropriate social distance because of the pandemic. And they replied, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that."
Mandatory masks?
That's a nasty question.
And only a nasty person would ask.
I think it's a perfectly reasonable question.
It's a fair question.
It must be an honest answer. No cussing or screaming or jumping up and down.
I'd be more calm on the Titanic, knowing we're all going to drown. When what's possible starts to dawn on us, it should be known as the American virus, and we take a moment to rethink the paradigm shift. These are the symptoms.
It's a delicate time. Now, under a strange sky over, tense, and maybe not feeling well. Rakes, brooms, graffiti, all have a story to tell. It is taken from transcripts of body camera recordings made public by Minneapolis police.
This is how George Floyd died.
Get him off the ground, now!
He can't breathe! He's handcuffed!
You don't think we see what you're doing? You trapped him there and he ain't breathing right.
Tough guy, huh?
Get him off the ground right now!
Look at you! You're enjoying this! Is this what they taught you at the police academy?
You know that's bogus, right? You know
it!
You can't look me in the eyes right now because you're a pawn.
Are you seriously going to just stay there with your knee on his neck? He's not even resisting arrest right now.
He's about to pass out! He's bleeding! Do you think that's cool?
You think that's cool, don't you? Check his pulse.
Check his pulse.
Check his pulse right now. He's coding, bro.
Aren't you going to do anything? He's dying.
He's crying for his mom.
Is that your MO, bro? Are you really going to just stay there with your knee on his neck? We really just gonna let them kill a man? In front of us? Can't we all get mad? Seeing them choke him like that? Things are going to go up in flames out here.
And the people's voices rose.
To protest the tragic
Death
of an innocent,
a martyr.
We're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Must you tell lies for reason to rule and to conquer?
Church with stained glass.
My,
Job at the boutique.
my,
Bank around the corner.
my,
School across the street.
my,
Grocery store and coffee shop.
my,
Favorite restaurant.
my,
Drugstore where I used to stop.
my,
Favorite car repair shop.
all destroyed in a single night.
It's crazy what's been going on. Right here is Walgreens, boarded up. This is where I pick up my prescriptions. We don't want violence. And we saw how they were tearing up communities over South. And we cannot afford to lose two of our best grocery stores we have in North Minneapolis.
It just isn't proper protocol to have the flag flapping around with large rips in the star field and tears in the red and white stripes. They say it's the same as throwing it on the ground. This may come as a shock, but it had to be taken down and burned. There's something about fire. Makes all things pure. But I'm not sure I'm going to replace it. A flag the size we need would be $250. I'm not sure it's worth it, you know.
When the smoke finally settled, a man sat at a table on the sidewalk. It was a hot day when I walked by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He asked if I wanted to try a black snow cone. Officially African American, he added. He laughed and I watched. One red flavor and blue twice. Voila! He gave me a cup of purple ice. It tasted better than I could ever imagine. Because when it comes down to smoke in the city, man, that's something awful to breathe.
Am I now afraid of the future? I'd love to imagine an experimental city.
We could build it from the ground up.
Free of pollution, police, and social inequality.
We could take on anything that came at us.
Like the space race.
Nothing like the future we actually face.
How many people must cry? We all make mistakes. From them must everybody suffer? Must everybody suffer? Must everybody suffer?
An ancient city, perhaps a lost civilization, in the corner square of the marked grave.
Imagine the cycles of the centuries. Time passing under the stars.
The design of time is best explored on the ground in the day.
We search through tons of sand and dust, but the lives of the people of the ancient city are beyond us.
I am not an archaeologist. I am not the sifter of dust. I am the teller of the forgotten stories of the lost city. And these are the tales.
I tell the story of the first city and the people who lived before all history to come, gleaned from the sparse record under the earth, finally resurfaced in the light of the sun. An ancient city First erected in the dead of winter, the cold fending off attack. An ancient city destroyed in the dead of winter. The frozen moat, useless against chariots and raiders on horseback. Ancient ruins under a mound, a hill, a tale left untouched for 6,000 years. The still point of a turning world.
A steel box? Beck, give me a hand. Ow! Fuck. Sorry.
How did you cut your finger?
The lid on the box is welded tight.
When was your last tetanus shot?
A booster right before the dig.
You know, you could have used a crowbar.
Over my dead body. These are old-fashioned coat hanger and blowtorch welds, done by some rogue as far back as the late 1800s. You know, at that time, finding lost cities to loot was in vogue.
You mean like a Schliemann wannabe? If so, boy, was he off the mark. Troy is hundreds of miles to the south.
Well, obviously it's nothing gold or silver. They would have taken that. It could be an ancient rock or piece of clay, but still something significant.
You want me to take it to the lab to x-ray? Or crack it open now?
Beck, let's get a crowbar.
I was digging in the wrong place. Searching for the ancient city of Troy. But Heinrich Schliemann, when the urgent won the race and the ancient converged, the newspapers showed Mrs. Schliemann wearing, I'm writing this, treasure of pride, under conditions of great privation, digging for a lost city, workmen left on a tell near the Danube, a tiny gold amulet in the last sifting of dirt. It's engraved with the image of what I first took as the helmet-wearing goddess Athena. But some kind of writing is inscribed around the image. I compared it to Gladstone's book on pre-Greek languages and took to deciphering it, and I came up with the heroic daughter with curls in her helmet.
At level 3A, wood posts once held the roof of what seems to be an artisan's workshop. The industrious efforts of apprentices now found as dust and traces, swept into post holes in the floor. Miscut rocks and mischiseled faces sifted with charcoal, shells, and acorns.
Here, I am the master artisan. I dared enter the city gate as a foreign migrant, quite hungry and practically a beggar. But I soon found acceptance among the many others who also came from elsewhere. I gained a foothold with my skill, creating votive statues of clay and rock, jewelry of copper, gold, and silver.
I imagine the work is diligent. No one talks. Scene floats in my mind alone.
2 apprentices, one on each side. Engrave gold jewelry, create clay pots, and sculpt images out of stone.
Mentor, sir, I have completed engraving a gold amulet.
It's at the center of this gold necklace.
Let me give it to her.
Why don't you grind grain or sweep the floor or something?
Your head is an empty clay pot. Why don't you stick it in the oven?
Instead of a goddess, you created the likeness of a heroine.
Who stuffed her curls in a helmet?
I knew her. Mark this image with her name. Whoever wears this amulet should know she has a story to be given voice.
the mentor.
Oh, where did the amulet go? I had it around my neck. Help me find it.
Let me bring my rocks.
The image on this amulet seems familiar. A young woman wearing a helmet.
You know, Homer describes Athena as wearing a warrior's helmet.
Yeah, but could it be a different sort of image? A real human woman that they considered to be very special? A female hero, maybe?
What's intriguing are the unrelated signs inscribed around the engraved image.
It's too bad the handwritten notes left in the box have completely deteriorated.
We are left with an unknown language, an unknown alphabet, telling a lost story.
Point in time, war was a rare thing. Without so much as minor hostilities. Groups bartered for wives. Youths and maidens found each other. And there was much intermarrying.
The Copper City existed for hundreds of years in the light of peace, not living by the sword, until a heroine bade us face the darkness we too long ignored.
We were friends on the grassland outside the wall where I guarded the city stockpiles of ore, and the copper smelters and pottery ovens burned. I had watched her before, as she rode at a gallop across the meadow. She jumped a small ravine, and to show off, she turned.
No hands, see? Are you paying attention to me?
Once we rode together along the far mountain path and discovered a sacred enclave carved into the rock. Amazed at the most ancient artifice, I asked, "What god is worshipped here?" She answered, "Orpheus."
Orpheus was godlike to his admirers. He earned the love of Princess Eurydice through the music of his flute and lyre. But even before their wedding night, she made the unexpected trip to Hades, having died from a poisonous snake bite. She was very sorrowful.
One day, I heard that the horse raiders had taken Dawn. I couldn't believe she was gone. I left the city with a posse of 10 men. We tracked the raiders across the high plains and followed the cryptic paths through the high mountains. At the bottom of a stone cliff was a cave, dimly lit and wet, like an opening to a dank, dark underworld. We quickly discovered the secret of the crypt, a deep chamber with the bodies of unransomed women and girls in it. I turned and recognized her wicker helmet. She lay quiet and glassy-eyed. Her strong spirit for fighting back had earned her a spear point to the side. I don't believe we've met. I'm setting up a laser for surveying.
We are the people of a city with many languages and lineages. Our city must now stand against raiders who come from over the mountains.
I've excavated the city. 3 walls of mud and rock and the frozen moat. The city is quite vulnerable to attack with horses and chariots.
The city will stand impenetrable if its people be truly united.
To the eyes of a trained archaeologist, obvious evidence points to a city destroyed by war. Skeletons lying on the ground with obsidian arrow points lodged in their skulls. The first city was founded like a new idea written on parchment, but erased and overwritten with the past. Then someone in the future comes along and discovers the original ancient text, all but obliterated.
Berserkers, fierce and monstrous,
hell-bent on real gold, putting everything in sight to the torch, armored and armed with bows and stone maces, long hair whipping around their faces. Thunderous drums and frenzied dance whip them to terrible ferocity, as if the descendants of Cain have been loosed upon the world. Like great auroch bulls overrunning the mountains, the inhumane stampede ripped the ground with thundering hooves, tearing the city walls open with indelibly sharp horns, charging through the lower city to the Acropolis. Burning walls caved, and the black clay bled. The rampage raged against women, children, and the aged.
The inevitable, the inevitable, the inevitable, the inevitable, the inevitable past.
We anticipated a long siege. I helped divide the store of grain among the households. I discovered the ancient escape tunnel at the bottom of the empty grain well. It had collapsed long ago, but it was clear enough for one person to crawl on belly and elbows.
And you didn't take it upon yourself to bury the dead?
I never returned until now. I believe the first city, the Copper City, was built upon the hopes of humankind for the future. The ancient people had not yet been corrupted by the forces of history as we do. We've had wars that encompassed the entire planet. We're doomed to shocked at the truth. On top of the tell, time moves in both directions, and I am at the center.
Cholera.
Linda.
Meredith.
John.
Zarya.
Kayla.